Yeah, thanks as always for being here. Yeah, we'll start with the San Diego State match. I was pretty impressed with the way we finished that match. I don't think we started it all that hot, and to come out with a win against what I thought was a unique team. San Diego State's they'd had a bunch of different players playing in a bunch of different slots, and I thought our team handled that really well. Although we did feel like we came out a little sluggish, and so. The challenge to the team was, hey, can we come out against UNLV and hey, can we just come out a little bit more prepared? Can we come out a little bit more dialed in by the time the first whistle has blown? Can we kind of have that mentality that it's 15-15 in the first set, so we're firing on all cylinders from the start, just because of the challenges we faced with San Diego State, and we just came up a little bit short in that first set and through the halfway point, and then all of a sudden we turned it on and we win the first set in a really close 25-23 set. And pretty similar deal in the second set, except this time we're not quite able to recover. And so it put us on our heels. And in the next two sets, we don't play up to our standard. We don't play up to our level of play. And I think the team was generally pretty disappointed after the match. I think they took this one pretty hard. They wanted it bad, and we didn't quite execute when it mattered most. And I think there was some heavy hearts in that locker room, and the challenge I had for them was, hey, how are we going to respond? What are we going to do on Monday about it? And we had some great video meetings. We've kind of dialed in a few areas that we really want to address, and I thought we had a great session yesterday. We kept it pretty brief. We kept it pretty intense. Got in, got out, and because we do have a pretty intensive road trip coming up. That Boise-Utah State trip is no joke. You got two great teams. You got some significant travel challenges that pose themselves upon you. And so we're looking ahead to this week with great optimism. We have no other choice. We're in a situation where, hey, we can really make a statement in this league, and every single night's going to be a true test. And so I'm excited for the week ahead. I'm also excited for today's practice. I can't wait to get in there and see if we can't dial in a few more things as we get on the road tomorrow morning.
Coach, you said, make a statement. I mean, just looking ahead, I know you got Boise first, but I mean, just the fact that you got Utah State this week, they're at the top of the league, you guys are number 2. Just talk about the significance of that matchup and how big it is for you guys as a program.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the rankings, I do follow it. I try to be very aware of what's going on around the league. But for me, it's another match. It's another test, and that's what I challenge the team with is, hey, can we have fresh set of eyes on each and every match? Whether we won it the first time around, whether we lost it the first time around, whether we liked the way we played, didn't like the way we played, can we have a fresh set of eyes and can we come into it with fresh perspective every single match? And so you're absolutely right. The more so challenge for me in that match is Utah State has become probably the most difficult place to play, right behind Colorado, right up there with Colorado State. They're doing a heck of a job in their home gym. I don't know the last time they've lost a conference match in there. It might have been to us a year ago. I don't totally know the facts on that, but it's been a while. And so we need to be focused on the details that matter most. And right now it's our side of the net. I mean, we're seeing that, hey, when we're playing well, it's hard to keep up with us no matter what you're doing on your side. And so for me, it's, hey, can we go win that battle first? Can we win the battle just being really sharp, really clean on our side and forcing some teams into some uncomfortable space?
And it seems like, the season has been going just about as well as it could have for you guys so far. So finally facing some adversity after the UNLV loss, how do you feel like your squad's responded, these last few days, getting ready for such a big road trip?
Yeah, I finally, I don't know about finally, but it's close, right? These matches have tested us. I think the San Jose week, the week before, we had the 4 matches in less than 7 days. That really tested us, and there was some adversity in there with the Colorado State match there. And so for me, I think you're right. That you have on paper what looks like, hey, this really nice situation going into these matches. Hey, second place team, we're in some top 50 categories in the country, but the reality is every day's got to be taken head on. We got to tackle today and today only, and that's a really hard thing to do. It's hard as a coach. It's incredibly challenging for our staff to do it. And we're constantly talking about, hey, what matters most today? I mean, we just completely wrote 3 different drafts of practice because I hated each one of them. I still don't know if I like our final draft or not, but we'll see. We'll see if it gets us where we need to go. And it's because every single day is unique in and of itself. And so we're just trying to get a little better today, and then we're going to try to get a little better tomorrow. We're going to scout the heck out of Boise, and then we're going to go get after them on Thursday night.
Coach, you've seen what your players are able to accomplish so far this year and the type of performances they can have coming off the loss. Do you feel like you have to remind your girls, or do you feel like their leadership is good enough to just gather everyone back together and head to the next match?
I think when you get into situations where the outcomes are uncertain and you give your heart and soul to something and you come up short, it really hurts. And it can feel like the weight of the world just dropped on you, and it's just a match, right? And something we love to do. And so the reality is I do remind them. I do feel like that, hey, we've got another test coming at us this week, and they don't care whether we won or lost, whether we feel good about ourselves or feel really poorly about ourselves. And so I'm going to ask you to re-engage in investing every ounce of your heart into what we're about to go and do. And because the reality is you could get hurt. It could really sting when you come up short. It sucks. Go walk into a locker room after a team's given everything they have and you come up short. I'm telling you, it's not easy. And you feel for them. You feel just for the moment that you're in and the magnitude of it. But at the end of the day, the sun's going to come out tomorrow, and we're a good team, and we've battled some great teams, and we're going to come up on the right side of it. We're going to come up on the wrong side of it. And the reality is, can we go tackle each and every day, independent of what happened before? And so we're going to get after it today, and that's kind of the mindset we have.
You talk about the environment at Utah State makes it a tough place to play, but what do you like about how you guys match up with them on the court?
Yeah, I think right now our defensive pressure that we put on people really forces you into some uncomfortable space. The pressure at the net that we're providing it with our blocking, I think that the pressure in the backcourt of, hey, it's really tough for balls to hit the ground. And maybe that's what exposed us most with this last UNLV match was that offensively we didn't quite execute, defensively we didn't quite execute to the adjustments and the adaptations they had offensively, and that's usually something we've done really well. And so I think that kind of was a shell-shocking experience for us. And so against Utah State, it's hey, can we scout them well? Can our team have a great idea of how we want to go about it? And can we go out and execute and just play our game, play our style of volleyball?
Are you seeing things over the course of the year? Just it's been consistent. You guys second place in the conference. Are you seeing things that from match to match teams are picking up on, like maybe something that you hadn't seen before that somebody, let's try this?
More so this year than ever before. Yeah, we literally the conversations we're having on Saturday nights as a staff, on Sunday afternoons we meet heading into the week is literally, hey, what is Boise going to do based off of the last two matches? And because we're just seeing people adjust and adapt to us more so than we've ever seen it. And so that puts some stress on us. Hey, how are we going to defend the tight quick? How are we going to defend the middle third of the court? That's something that a lot of teams struggle with, and how can we do it better? How can we provide a little bit more service pressure to knock them off the net? I mean, there's just some things that we need to address that the UNLV match exposed. So yes, there are some things every week that we're needing to address heading into what the opponents are going to do against us.